So I heard there was a rumor for Saturn retrograde that people who have this placement in their natal chart go through their Saturn return earlier in their 20s rather than waiting till their late 20s like everyone else does. And I don't think that is true at all. If you have Saturn retrograde, that pretty much means you're going to have a lot of back and forth issues when you're trying to work out your problems. You're going to have relapses. Things are going to be okay for a little while, and then for some reason you're just going to completely go back to page one where you're like a fucking idiot, you're a baby, you have no idea how to deal with your problems, and then you're going to remember like, oh yeah, I know how to be responsible, and you're just going to keep like traveling through time with dealing with your responsibilities and trying to become a mature adult. Your problems are more so in your head. Your struggles in life are all coming from inside your head because you feel insecure, you feel worried about how things are going to work out. You might struggle with figuring out whether or not you really want something because you kind of want to, go back to that time when you didn't have responsibility and just stay in that place and not have to worry about these things. I mean, you're not gonna grow up at a steady pace. You're going to go back and like start acting like a teenager or just whatever kind of immature idiot again. So yeah, your insecurities and uncertainties are preventing you from succeeding, and maybe those worries come from past experiences or maybe even past lives, depending on other things in your chart. And since these problems are in your head, when you decide something stresses you out, you're going to end up letting it get worse again, and it'll seem sporadic, out of the blue, like with no logical explanation. Things will start going right back downhill again for you. So the Saturn return will still be a thing for you, but the thing is, you might have been dealing with this problem a lot and you're dealing with it, but even if you're in a good place at the time you have your Saturn return and everything is going great in that Saturn area of your life, you are going to find a way to bring those problems out into the daylight because they've been manifesting in your head and you're full of all sorts of worries and stuff. I have this placement and my husband also has this placement, so I know it was kind of funny in the way I described it, but I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm not, whatever. We should just admit our flaws. We don't have to pretend that we're perfect. I hope you like that, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.